my roommate on the marketers cruise this past January. There are a few people that I know that are as fun to work with and as aggressive about just grabbing life and moving forward with it than Mark Nathwani. And he'll tell you his story in a minute, so I won't steal his thunder. I know he'll jump through his story kind of quick because some of you have heard it before. But I want you to listen to this guy, get to know him, and so let's, without further ado, let's give Mark Nathwani a Totalpreneur clap. Woohoo! And by the way, Mark, I will be with you throughout the presentation, of course, but I will be popping in and popping out. So if you call for me and I'm just a few seconds away, I've either muted or I've stepped away to make tea or something. So there.
No problem.
All right, let's go.
No problem. I've got a bone to pick with you, and I'm going to do it publicly.
Uh oh.
You're in trouble.
You're
in trouble.
So what else is new?
You're in trouble. You know, every time I don't know how many webinars I've done, right? But every time I have to have a tissue next to me because, you know, you are so nice and you say such wonderful, wonderful things about me. But now here's what I'm going to pick on you for.
Uh-oh.
Whenever I see you in person,
yeah,
and whenever you and I are talking directly one-on-one,
yeah,
you're like a freaking beast. Once in a while, when you and I are talking personally, you need to say, "Mark, I love you, man."
All right, I will give you another hug on the cruise. You're only allowed to have 2 a year, so because I don't want it to go to your head.
There you go. So I've picked on you now, so we can carry on. I'm happy.
Good. Okay.
Are we ready to go? Okay. So look, I'm gonna ask everyone just to take a couple minutes out and just go get a pen and a pad if they need, just to make a few notes. So quickly grab it, because you know we don't want you to do that halfway through. You know, once you've got what you need, maybe grab a quick cup of coffee or drink. Or
can you guys hear Mark okay? Is he loud enough for you guys? You're a little bit light to me now, but it may just be my end. If everyone can hear Mark okay, just pop in the chat and give me a yes. Talk to us in the chat today, you guys, especially for me. I need you to keep me awake. Mark will.
Yeah, I'm. You know, this is a very it's a very interactive thing. I'm going to be asking questions, so you know, please please put your hands up when I ask you to ask questions and do stuff.
Okay. They're ready. They're ready, and Diana's impatient. She's giving me notes.
Right. Let's go. Okay, so this first item, it's got some awesome celebrities, and this is just one of the things that I'm really grateful for in life. That I went into internet marketing when my real estate business kind of went pear-shaped because of the global economic climate. But at that time, I thought everything was a disaster, and what am I going to do? How am I going to earn any money? But looking back, I can just be very, very grateful for that opportunity, that I went into something different. I was very successful very quickly. I got to share the stage with some incredible people, like my idols. I mean, Richard Branson is a guy that I used to read his books. I still do. Just kind of look at him on TV, and then to be standing there, giving him a hug, taking photos, and shaking his hand, and emailing him, and talking about go to Necker Island and stuff like that. It just goes to show that nothing is impossible in life. You need to make a decision. You need to take action, and it'll always produce results. And I have a slide in a moment you'll see which says the same thing. And I cannot emphasize and urge enough from everybody listening that please do that. When you see something, when you see an opportunity, when you want to do something, no mañana, not tomorrow. Whatever you can do tomorrow, do it today. Whatever you can do today, do it right now. So let's move on. It just gives me really, when I see photos like this, I just get very excited, very happy that I'm fortunate enough to do stuff like that. Okay, so this webinar is in association with, I call him Your Highness. He's an amazing, amazing guy. He's a great guy. He's one of my best buddies. He has an amazing personality. I'm just repaying some of the wonderful compliments that he gives me, and feeling is mutual. I love the guy to bits, and we do these webinars often. So Ken, thank you. You're an awesome guy, and keep it up.
Thank you.
We're going to talk about being successful, but we're going to talk about being successful in a smart way. Now, we can all work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I kind of do that pretty much anyway, and I'm sure many of you guys do that too. But just working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week is not enough. You got to be able to cut those hours down and be able to work lesser hours, but smartly. And hopefully, by the time this webinar is over, you'll see that there are ways that you can actually leverage on time and be able to work smartly rather than just working hard. Which again, examples here of Richard Branson, Donald Trump. Those guys didn't get to where they are simply by working 24/7. They work smart. The presentation is gonna, this the content of it. It's just it's a bit of background on myself. I think that's very important, so you know who it is you're listening to and why. Then we're going to introduce the library, 1 million+ products. We're going to talk about a little bit about what these 3 letters PLR stand for, and also what are resale rights. We're going to go through some business top tips, secrets unleashed. We're going to go through some income generation strategies. We're going to talk about the exact ingredients to online success, how to get those ingredients, and lots and lots of content. So please stay focused. Again, if you've got your pen and pad, write this down. If not, it really doesn't matter, because I'm going to remind you about this later on anyway. But these are some of my golden rules, and the reason I'd like you to kind of bear this in mind towards the end, because I want to be able to make sure that I've given you value, great service, that I've proven that I have integrity, I'm different, and that I do respect each and every one of you that are out there. I got 30 years experience in business development, wealth creation, personal coaching. I was the CEO of a public listed company. I am currently still the chartered president of one of the world's largest charity clubs. We have 45,000 clubs internationally. And for more than 26 years since I made this presentation, probably about 27 or 28 of those years now, I've been into real estate. So at the age of 16, my first real kind of decent business deal, apart from selling marbles in the school playground at the age of 7, which I wouldn't consider a large business deal. I'd sold 1,000 pieces of Rubik's Magic. You remember those Rubik's cubes that you can, in a few swipes, get all the colors right. I'm sure you guys have seen this. I sold them to Hamley's toy store here in the UK, one of the largest toy stores here. It was a craze. They were flying off the shelves. Obviously, they had, because the Hamleys didn't have any. And when I couldn't find one for myself, and that's why I went into Hamleys, figuring that these guys would have tens of thousands of these if it's such a big seller. They didn't, because I was surprised they didn't. I made it a challenge that I'll find some from somewhere, and sell it to them. So at the age of 16, a skinny little schoolboy got into the director's office and somehow managed to convince them to buy from me. And they were like, okay, if you can get the Rubik's Magic at this price, we'll have them. Here's an order for 1,000 pieces. And on the back of that order, without having any money, I went and secured the 1,000 pieces. One of the staff at the company came with me to Hamleys, because obviously I hadn't paid for the stuff. We delivered it, we got the check, and I got my commission. I got my money. At the age of 19, I borrowed 18,000 from the bank, and I put my parents' home online. I won't tell you the unethical way that this was this was done, but nobody's going to give a 19-year-old going into business by himself a loan of 18,000 in those days, which is probably like 180,000 now. But I put my father, my mother, my parents' home on the line, and I opened with that money. I opened a video store. It was a huge gamble, and it was very, very successful. We called it the Fulham Video Vault, because downstairs in the we created like a horror section dungeon. It was kind of cool, and that became the largest video wholesaler and supplier in the southwest of London within months of launch. I haven't spent a long time going through that, but just very briefly that, places like Blockbuster and 7-Eleven and specialist video retailers, they didn't have as many copies of new releases as I did. When a new release came out, they would have probably 3, 4, or 5. I would have like 20, and that allowed me to be able to wholesale some. So if I had 20, I could wholesale some to other stores. I could rent them out to other stores, and within months of launch, I became one of the largest in the area. Then, over time, when you see people coming into the store, they're coming in with cigarettes, candy, soda, magazines, and all that kind of stuff. So I started introducing that, and we had 4 competitors in that business on each corner, and I introduced confectionery and tobacco, and I forced those 4 to close as well. In fact, sorry, I put there. Just a reminder, forced a large competitor within a mile away to close. There was another video store a mile away. They closed down. When I introduced confectionery and tobacco, those 4 on every corner, they closed down too. And if you look up number 605 Fulham Road in London, SW6, you'll see that store is still there. And if you can find any kind of historical maps and stuff, you'll see JP Player was one of the Tobacco Confectioners. Associates was another one. There were 2 others in the back. I don't remember their names now. But they disappeared, and I sold that business 4 years later for equivalent to £200,000, $300,000. Now, whilst I was operating that business, one of my video customers came and installed my car radio in my car. I was always a car radio enthusiast. I used to love my sounds in my car. And, we were talking, and I wanted to get involved in that business, but obviously with the kind of commitment that I had in the video store, I wasn't able to do that straight away. But eventually, when I sold that business, I partnered with this gentleman that installed my stereo in my car, and we opened up a stereo car radio store called In-Car Entertainment. We became the largest in the UK. Within the first year, we grew to 8 stores, and again, we beat established businesses, and I operated that business for 13 years. Now, there's a reason I tell you some of this stuff, and it is that whatever business that you're involved in right now, there's always an angle for you to do something special, for you to do something different, and for you to expand on it, for you to find a gap. And in the car radio business, I found a gap. There was the vehicle security was really big business, but it didn't completely protect your car. It was just a deterrent. It would make a noise. So I invented my own vehicle security device called Recall. It's the world's first vehicle security that allows you to stop your car from anywhere in the world using your phone. And that company went from 0 to $200 million in the UK stock market, and British Aerospace were the shareholders. And at Las Vegas, at the CES, Consumer Electric Show in Vegas, I won the most innovative product of the year award. So, these are some of the highlights, some of the good things. And I've put here that all that glitters is not gold. And you got to remember, in life we all have ups and downs. I didn't go through all of this without my fair share of problems. We're born with nothing. We're going to leave with nothing, and whatever there is in between that, life is short. So live life to the fullest. So by 39, I've made mistakes. I've earned my gray hair. That gave me a lot of experience. I've made and lost a lot of money. I've been through my fair share of life stresses, problems, and mistakes. And I'll put in here sounds familiar to anyone. And normally on a live audience, I get a few heads that are nodding, up and down, like yep. So I'm sure some of you at home are kind of doing the same thing. Yep. We've all been through it. But remaining focused. Remaining focus is very, very, very important. I'd like to think that I did. I stayed focused on my lifestyle, and that's it's my wife and my boys. They're both attorneys. But apart from focus, most importantly, and I said to you just before we started, make a decision. Even during my bad times, and both good and bad times, you got to make decisions in life, and you got to take action. You got to do stuff, and they will produce results. Not always will they produce positive results. We all make mistakes. Sometimes the results may be negative, but you will learn from them. And when you learn from a mistake, it has got to be positive. So I've always done that. In this case, taking action has created for me the world's largest product library. And I'll tell you, what I had to do, decisions I've had to make, and action I've had to take to do that. In January 2010, I started my internet business by spending $750 in 90 minutes. Now, when my real estate business suffered, I, by coincidence, attended a millionaire internet marketing boot camp. There were 15 speakers over 3 days that came and did their presentation and the pitch at the end. And there were 10,000 people at the O2 Center. And I, as an entrepreneur, I figured that if 10% of what they're saying is true, there's a lot of money in this business. And I was very attracted to that. So I took it further. I decided to go with one of the presenters, with one of the speakers. In those days, it was really very expensive, new to internet marketing. My kind of business partner, my nephew at that time, and myself, it cost us £10,000 between us. It's like $15,000 to attend a 3-day internet marketing event or seminar where they teach you internet marketing. I came out, to be honest with you, I came out with a folder. So that was a very, very expensive folder. And I came out more confused than I went in. But, it was a start. I made a decision. I took action, and I decided this is what I'm going to do. And over those 3 days, I made a lot of notes. So I came home on the Sunday night, and there was one particular thing which I'd circled and scratched and put asterisks next to it, and something that I was itching to get into as soon as I got back. You've been to you've been to these seminars, and you see or hear something triggers, and you think, okay, this is great. I like the sound of this. I'm going to do this when I get back. You make a note of a few things that are kind of first, second, and third things to do. So one of the things was PLR and resale rights. And there was just a very brief, like 10 or 15-minute mention about that over the weekend. But basically, what the speaker whose event I attended that weekend said, that if you're new to the business, if you're established in the business, it's always a great way to go being involved with PLR and resale rights products. So when I came home, I punched it into Google, and loads of sites came up. And I started buying PLR and resale rights products. And I'm going to tell you, if you don't know already, what they are and the uses and the benefits of these, and the value that you get out of them. So, basically that evening, 90 minutes, $750, and I ended up with probably about 750 to 1,000 products that I just bought. So all of these products, they came with licensing rights for me to resell and to keep all the revenue. Amazing for any entrepreneur, any businessman. Fantastic. And I thought to myself, okay, if I just paid $750 for these like 800, 900, 1,000 products, surely they got to be worth $50. And that's how it started. So I put a sales page up. I put all those 1,000 on a sales page, and I started selling them for $50. I paid $750 for them, and they were worth a lot more. By March, I developed the world's largest library. By March, I already had like 25,000 products. And the largest site, even right now, costs like maybe a couple of $100 to join, and they only have like maybe 10 or 15,000 products. And the library is now recognized by leading gurus and individuals globally, and it now consists of all of this. Over 1 million e-products, 500,000 ebooks, over 1,000 niches, thousands of valuable audio, video, articles, graphics, fonts, designs, tutorials, sales pages across 500 niches, hundreds of templates, images, tones, educational products, over 500 topics, great source for countless businesses as a side We've got a wide price range. I got product from zero to like a couple $1,000. And they're all free for the members. And it's an answer to almost any question, and it assists almost, well, in fact, I put all strategies. It will assist all strategies, whatever strategy that you're implementing online. Excuse me for that phone ringing. I hope that didn't go over what I was speaking, and you could hear what I was saying. But the phone is now taken away, so
we know you're live.
Yes. We're live. The phone rings. So who uses these products? We have newcomers to internet marketing. And we have experienced marketers. They use it. We have anybody without a product. It's awesome if you don't have a product, because we got loads of products. And we have members that have their own product, and they use my products, and I'll explain to you in a minute how and why they use them. I have members that are product creators. I have authors right across. I have over 1,000 each, and I've got authors all across that. And they come in and they use the library for content, because it's just a huge minefield of content. And I'm sure somebody in this audience is either a member or has been on one of my webinars before. That more often than not kind of always happens. And my youngest member at one stage was, in fact, two. We had two, a young girl and a guy. Both were 7 and I think almost 8. So why do they use it, and what is it that's so special about it? Well, as I said to you, it's the rights for you to resell all or any of the products in that library. Now, anything that comes with resale, retain 100% of that revenue. If you just stop there for 1 second and just absorb that, you see really how powerful and how valuable that actually is. The 3 letters we spoke about earlier, PLR, they're private label right. That allows you to label the product as your own product with your own name or brand on it. You don't have any royalties to pay. If you go to Champagne, and it could be whatever, Publix or Walmart, or 200 factories or 2,000 factories, cereals and biscuits and cookies and all this kind of stuff. They have other people do it for them, and they brand it in their name. Now, if those large organizations and companies, if they can brand stuff in their name which they get from other places, why can we not do that? Sure, we can. So just to explain, just go through the power of this. You imagine that you had the keys to Walmart, and I let you walk in there at any time of the day and load up your truck full of stuff, electronic, audio, video, clothes, garden furniture, whatever you want. Stack up your truck, take it away, sell it, come back for more again and again and again and again. How much will set keys be worth? Right? Sure. What I allow my members to do with the library, you get a username, you get a password, you see your keys to get in. You go in at any time of the day, download whatever you want, and do whatever you like with it. Sell it, keep it, learn from it, give it gifts, make a website with it, do whatever. No charge. It's all free. Very powerful. Now, if I'm live in a live audience, now at this stage I would ask you all to stand up. I would say to you, when I ask you, are you ready to be successful with me, I'd like you to give me a loud yes. Now we're actually going to do this exercise while you're at home. So when I say to you, are you ready to be successful with me, wherever you are, let people look at you strangely, even if that cat goes meow and runs away, doesn't matter. And even if that dog starts barking, I want you all to give me a big yes in a moment. Ready? Are you ready to be successful with me? Give me a loud yes! I heard all of you say yes. Awesome. Now put your hit the hand button if you guys played along with that one. Let's see how many of you guys actually did. Maybe Chris or Ken can tell me if we had a lot of participants there. If you didn't, make me happy and say yes, you did anyway.
I just lost sound again, Chris. If you're there,
so look,
I keep getting connected and disconnected again. So I can't tell who's responded or who's not. It looks like I was out for a bit. So you guys pop. If
Yeah,
you
pretty
pop,
much most of everybody raised their hand. And
awesome,
yeah,
Yeah.
awesome.
You guys there? Hello?
I'm here. I'm here.
yeah, Mark, I'm here.
You guys, it's crackling a lot. So, okay, I'm going to carry on. If you cannot hear me, just say. So, okay, so we all said, yay, we're ready to be successful. Now, some of you, I'm sure there's some of you saying, yes, Mark. However, we don't find it that easy. I'm sure there's one or two out there thinking, you know what, we don't find it that easy. And I would say to you, you know what, it is when you know how. It's like anything in life. You've heard that phrase, right? It's easy when you know how. Sure. So then I'm probably going to get hit back by some of you who will say, you know what? Yeah, it is easy when you know, but some of us don't know how. This is where I'm going to ask for a volunteer. So if you guys want to volunteer, the first one that puts the hand up, I'm going to have them help me with the next exercise. Do we have anybody, Ken?
Jump in, guys. Jump in.
Anybody want to volunteer?
Oh
Do we
man,
have
I don't. People are being shy today.
nobody? Come on, nobody. There are like
Angelina,
30 people.
Angelina, Basim, Kathy, Depai. Who's Depai? Who's Depai? Devora, Diana, Loretta, Neil, Sean, Twyla. You guys, come on. It's good for you. Oh, that bell means you should be playing. Here, Diana says yes. I knew she.
Dinah, we have a volunteer.
Diana says yes. She's in. Let me unmute you, darling. Let me
Awesome.
let me see if I can unmute you. There you go. You're unmuted. You're
Okay, can you hear me?
you're there.
Hey, how are you, Dinah?
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, yes,
Okay.
yes. We hear you loud and
Just,
clear. How are
just
you?
ignore the sizzling in the background because my grandson's cooking.
Oh, give me the address. I'm gonna stop this webinar and be on my way. Don't tempt me with good food like that. We're gonna disappoint hundreds of people that are online right now. Oh, there
Okay.
you go. Look at that sizzle. Wow, I haven't even eaten yet. It's like 6:30 over here in the UK. I'm starving. Okay,
Hang on.
so Dinah, this little exercise, okay, the reason why we do this is because, I want to prove to everybody that internet marketing, making money online, it's easy. And, it's easy when you know how. And whether you know how or not, we're going to make sure by the end of this webinar that you do know how. And so if you do know how, it's easy. So here we go.
Okay, I'm
I would
ready.
like you, Diana, to pick a card, but don't tell me what it is. Now, everybody that's listening, I want you to play along because this is gonna totally blow you away. Except for maybe the odd one person, there's always somebody who has seen this done before. If you do, forgive me, but most of us, we're gonna have a lot of fun with this. Now, Diana, please pick a card. I want everybody else to play along with this. Pick a card, okay? And here's what I'm going to try to achieve. I'm going to try to achieve that everybody listening in is going to pick exactly the same card as Diana. Now, if that happens, is that going to be incredible, Diana?
Yep, that'll be awesome.
Okay, so are you ready? Have you picked a card?
Yep, I got it.
Okay, everybody else at home, have you picked your cards yet? I'm going to give you 3, 2, 1. Pick a card, and I'm immediately going to make it disappear. Has it gone, Diana?
Yes, it has.
There you go. Now, everybody at home, please participate because I want to see every single hand go up. If you picked a card that is not there, please raise your hand because you've picked the same card as Diana. Do you see any hands, Ken?
Oh, sorry, Mike. Mark, I'm solving another problem simultaneously here.
Are you okay? Is Chris there?
Hang on. Let me go back to this. Sorry. I see the cards. Let me see. Loretta's.
Yeah, I'm here. All most of the hands are up.
Okay, I see
They
Loretta.
are?
I see Loretta's says she volunteers.
Did you
Crystal.
say almost every hand is up?
Yeah, almost every hand is up. I see John said he did.
There you go. So everybody picked the same card. And here's how this trick was done. And this is, when I show you how the trick is done, it's going to be easy. You're going to be able to do it every day of the week. And I'm going to show you how to make money online, so you can do it every day of the week. The first set of cards that I showed you were on the top. The second set of cards I showed you were on the bottom. Whichever card that anybody picked would have disappeared. Doesn't matter which card you pick. None of them are the same. They look the same, but they're not the same. Easy trick, huh? But such an amazing effect that it has.
That's awesome.
So that was just an example. It was a trick just to show you it's easy when you know how. And hopefully by the end of this webinar, we're going to show you how easy it is to make money. Diana, I just want to give you this 10 product PLR resale rights DVD as a thank you for volunteering. It's worth about $400. It's got 10 products on there, and if you get with Ken, we'll get either a download link or a physical hard copy in the post, whichever is more convenient. Thanks very much indeed, Diana. Appreciate it.
Thank you. That's awesome.
Thank you. Thanks for taking part.
See, it pays to volunteer, boys and girls.
The what?
I said it pays to volunteer.
There you go. See, we're going to be asking for more in a minute, so get ready. Get free products. Awesome. So again, see, normally on a live event, I would get a volunteer. We can't do this one on a webinar, but this demo is very, very powerful in a live audience, because what we do, we get somebody from the audience, they go back for about 10 or 15 minutes with my IT guy, they go into the library, they pull a product out, which is worth, $100 to $500, $1,000, whatever the case is, a nice audio video course with a sales page. It gets put up. We put the volunteers' PayPal details on there, and the sales page. It's product that's live, ready to go. And then when it's done after 15 minutes, we bring them up on stage. We show everybody in the audience. We show them the page. We show them the product. That look, this is a $500 product. We offer it to everybody in the live room for like $5 or $10. Everybody raises their hand that they would like that product. It's like a fantastic social media course that's worth like maybe $1,000 or $500. Who would like this course for like $5 today? Everybody says yes. We give them the URL. They go to the URL either on their phones or when they go home. They buy that product, and the money goes to the volunteer. Now that volunteer, literally within 15 minutes, has earned. Even if 50 people in that audience pay $5, they've just made $250 in 10 or 15 minutes. This demo is so powerful. You can see how passionate I am about this. It's just incredible. It blows people away. It's really that easy. It's ready-made product. It's valuable product. You can put it online. You give good value. You can start earning money. So that's very, very important. Basically that demo also proves, it demonstrates that e-products, they are licensed to print money. And it shows that you can set up your own e-product business that's capable of producing money 24/7 from as soon as after this webinar, using PLR and resale rights, using my library. We've just added recently a brand new personal development section, all free to members. Yes, yes, yes. Tens of thousands of dollars worth of audio, video, informational products, books, all on personal development. A huge section, all entirely free to members. Here's an example of some of the other products. We have meditation products, extremely good quality. This is like a $100 product. It's free for members. Social media for profits, free for members. Infopreneur Academy, free for members. All these stuff. This is just, we have over 1 million products. I can only show you a few. Russell Brunson's list building, he sold it for a couple $100. I have the resale rights for that. That's free. ClickBank, video courses, Facebook marketing, blogging, just tons and tons of audio, video. I got another section just recently of novels. Really amazing, great novel books. You can download them. You can put them on your the Kindle and stuff like that. I have over 1,000 niches. This is just like 30 that I could fit on this page. health, nutrition, diet, forex, gambling, games, personal development, law, legal, management, mystery, philosophy, relationship, self-defense, self-help, travel, video, wedding, blah, 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 blah. Anything you can think of, we have it. So, another question, we're going to go through some frequently asked questions. Why? Why PLR and resale rights? Well, if you haven't figured it out already, here's some more reasons. Look, it speeds up your route to entry. You got instant revenue, as again from that demo that would have demonstrated that. It saves two of the most valuable assets in your company, in your organization. It saves time and money. Two most valuable assets you have. It's probably the best, quickest, and easiest way to build a list. You can educate yourself along the way. It complements any business of any kind. There's something for any niche, pretty much, professionally created by experts. They have sales pages written for you. They have graphics created for you. It's done for you. And you can claim, subject to license, have a lot of PLR stuff. You can claim that it's your product. You can put your branding on such high-quality products. PLR and resale rights has helped more internet millionaires to start up than any other strategy, and that's a fact, and it continues to do so regardless of niche. You can ask Mike Filsaime, and he has permitted reference to him for this. Mike Filsaime actually started with PLR and resale rights himself. I can share some amazing conversations I've had with him about this kind of stuff, but that's probably when we have a spare hour. We can talk about stuff like that. So look, you've all heard of squeeze pages. Now, PLR and resale rights helps you create squeeze pages. You can give free product to capture people's name, email address data. You've heard of domain names, traffic. And my question really here is, does internet marketing confuse you, or has it confused you? Are you overwhelmed by social media, Google, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, webinars, affiliate marketing, blogging, article writing, AdSense, AdWords, CPA, PPC, ABC, CPQ, blah, 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 blah. There's enough to drive you what we call here in the UK doolally. Do you get stressed and do you get confused by all of this terminology? Well, my message here to you is, do not give up. Do not get stressed. Do not get confused. So what do you do? Well, you stay focused. You get your telescope out. You get your steps. You stay focused and you do things step by step. And remember, whether you're online or offline, that the principle, the concept, the foundation, and the basics of any business, they are the same. And making money is not rocket science. If you have a product and you have somebody that wants it, you're going to make money. The product could be either goods or services. And obviously, as you know, the traffic is the people are the buyer. Really, it's that simple. If you ever get confused and things start going haywire, just take a deep breath, step back and say, listen, all I need is to deliver product to a specific audience, and I'm going to make money. And as difficult as that may sound to some people, it's not at all difficult. To target a particular product to an audience, it's not difficult. So let's just look at some revenue streams. You can sell the product on your own, what we call like a mini site. And most of the products, they have a done for you site. And again, I've put be smart. This is where we start working smart. Work smartly. Don't sit there for 6 months writing and creating your own product. Somebody said to me, Mark, can you do a product on real estate? Hell yeah, I've got 35 years of experience in real estate. I could sit and write a product for the next 12 months, and that'll blow people's socks off. Do I really want to spend 12 months doing that? No. I would much rather go to a ghostwriter, which is how a large percentage of authors get their work done. Get somebody else to write it, or get content from other places, fine-tune it to yourself, and then put that product out. That's working smart. Make value bundles, convert them to CD or DVD, mix and create to make home study courses. I've done pretty much all of these. You can create mini courses and distribute to your mailing list. You can make physical books out of these things. You can add your affiliate links to PLR. Here's some uses. Squeeze page we talked about. You can obtain data from people just to build lists. You can use a PLR and resale rights to promote your brand or any product. You can use it to add value. You can offer it as bonuses. You can use it to JV. That's huge expansion, rapid expansion. You can split it as content to sites. You can make niche bundles. You can use it to upsell. You can use it to downsell. You can monetize product domains. You know, each one of these I could probably spend, you know, a good 10, 15 minutes, an hour explaining each one of these strategies. But, you know, if you put your mind to it, you just think outside the box a little bit. I came up with a lot of these strategies myself. It's not that difficult. Now, here's an example, and you know, I'm sure pretty much nobody in this audience, and as is the case when I'm speaking live at audiences or other webinars, very, very few people I find when I ask to raise a hand, are you offering a second purchase or a second product after you've sold the first one? Very few people are. Well, you should be. Are you capturing data at every stage? No, you should be. It takes a little bit of time to set it up, but it's nice to know who has backed out at the squeeze page and didn't buy anything. Who bought the first product but didn't buy the second product? You'll be surprised how many people will buy the product and not even download it once they get the link to say thank you for your $50. Here's the product. You will be surprised. Yes, they do that. Now, if you collect the data, say, for example, if somebody's coming to your squeeze page, but then not bothered to buy anything, I'd like to know who did that and why did they do that? You know, maybe we can go back to them and say, look, you looked at that product, it was $100, you didn't buy it. I got a special offer today. You want it? You can have it for $50 today. See how many of that converts. Then, you know, once you take them to the thank you or the download, OTO is one-time offer. Give them a one-time offer. Say, okay, look, you've just bought this product for whatever, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, $100, whatever the case is. You can say, here is, I don't know, for example, whatever niche you're in, health, nutrition, diet, social media, marketing, personal development, doesn't matter what it is. You can say, look, you just bought this awesome product. Here, I'm going to give you a 20 or a 50 or 100 product bundle that's worth $2, $3, $4, $5,000. Here are the products. Here's listed. Here's the photo. Here's a brief description about them. This is what they were. Today, just because you bought something from me, I'm going to do you a deal. You can have this X amount of $1,000 or $100 worth of product today for $49.99. A large percentage of the people that have just bought off you will convert and buy the second deal. Don't leave dollars on the table. If you're not doing that, start implementing that straight away. Okay, another way to make money online. You know, who knows what affiliate marketing is? And who agrees it's a brilliant way to make money? Well, it is, because what a lot of affiliate marketers do, they sit at home, and trust me, I've spoken to hundreds of these people, thousands of these people. They sit at home and they make literally tens of thousands of dollars per month. I kid you not. They're smart people. They take other people's products. They don't want to bother creating their own products. They'll sell it and they'll split 50-50, and they make a ton of money. The product provider is often not even the product creator, but yet earns 50% on hundreds of people like these affiliate marketers. You know, when an affiliate marketer takes a product and sells it, he's not the only one. There's about 100 of them doing the same thing for this person. So my point here is, when you do affiliate marketing, when I speak to all these affiliate marketers, I turn their entire business upside down, because I explain to them what in actual fact is happening. They're actually becoming slaves, donkeys for product creators. They think product creation is the hard part. Well, it not necessarily. Getting traffic to a product is equally difficult. And they're actually achieving that quite successfully. And they're driving traffic to somebody else's product and splitting the money 50-50. And the vendor is actually getting the clients too. So forget the 50% that they're leaving on the table. They're losing the clients. So my question is, how can you make affiliate marketing better for yourself? How can you be the vendor? How can you be on the top of that list? Can you get all those thousands of sales for yourself? You know what the answer is? I'll tell you what the answer is. With PLI and resale rights. With my library, get others to sell for you. get affiliates to sell, and you collect the money from 5, 10, 15, 20, 100, 200 people out there selling your product. How? Okay, put products from the library onto ClickBank or other similar sites. Nowadays, it's not that easy as it was years ago to sell electronic products on some of these platforms, but there still are plenty of platforms that allow you to sell electronic products. If there is a platform that does not allow you to do that, Amazon, for example, it's not a big deal. I have members that burn 5, 10, 15, 20, 100 products onto a CD, and they mail the CD out. It's not a big deal. You can do a CD set of 5 or 10 discs. To make a CD costs a few cents. You know, you can print a nice cover and buy a cover from a dollar store. You get like 10 CD cases for like $1. So it's not expensive. You can put a product worth a couple of $100 in the post that's cost you a few cents to make. Not a big deal. You can drive traffic to products from the library as you would anyway, but here you don't have to split 50% with other people. It's your product. You've downloaded it from the library. You have the rights to resell it. You keep 100% of the revenue. You can JV with other list owners. Let them market, you collect the money. You can invite affiliates on social media. All the upsells are yours 100%. Now, you know, when you're an affiliate marketer and you sell something for somebody and they upsell, you don't get anything out of it. You lose that upsell on many occasions. You know, some guys are honest and they give you 50% of upsells. Some people don't. They've got that list. They can sell to your client for a lifetime. You wouldn't even know about it. Number 6, the most important out of all the amount of dollars that we're talking about is the list. If you take products and you drive traffic to it and you make a sale, you keep the list. That's more valuable than anything. So, you know, anybody that's interested in affiliate marketing, for them, this is an absolute total gold mine. Webinars. We all do webinars. This guy, one of my members, taught me an amazing way to run webinars. He downloaded this dynamic 6-pack abs book. He made 1,200 on his first webinar. He made a PowerPoint presentation from the book. He knows nothing about keeping fit or 6-pack abs. He read that book a few times, selected bits which he thought were important, and he could make a presentation out of it and talk about it. And he did. He showed people how to get great 6-pack abs. And he sold on this. He sold I forget the name of it, P90X. He sold a P90X on this one. You know, he made whatever, he made 20, 30 bucks or 10 bucks on each one. I don't know what he made on it. But, you know, and then he went on to do beekeeping, and he sold honey. He sold like pots of honey for like 80 bucks or whatever, how much these jars of honey were expensive. But, you know, and he came up with this idea right by himself. He became a member of the library. You know, he's one of these guys, you see his testimonial, says, you know, I wasn't sure when I joined the library, but I'm glad I did. And, you know, he wasn't sure when he joined my library. He wasn't sure. He didn't know what to do or how to do it. And the guy ended up teaching me a strategy, which I'm using on my PowerPoints every day. Amazing. You know, he does this all the time. So, you know, this is a time just to kind of sit back and reflect for a minute what we've been talking about. That PLI and resale rights, you know, I put it the world's largest e-products library. Guys, it's real. It's not a course or something that you're going to put on the shelf, or something you're going to forget about, or something that you're not going to have time for. I paid £10,000, $15,000 to attend a 3-day seminar, and that was it. That's all I got for my money. This is something that you'll get from me. It's not something you'll get from me just for one weekend, like you know, I just explained. It's straightforward, incredible value, and it's one of the best biz ops around. It's automated and it operates from your home. From your home, you can operate from your armchair. Now remember something: when you're doing electronics delivery and running an online business like this, you have no production cost. You don't have to have factories producing this product. It's all there on my hard drive. All you got to do is download it. You don't have to throw anything in the post like Amazon. It's instant delivery. They pay, the stuff goes through the email. They get delivery of the download link and they get it. You don't have to have a huge warehouse to store all the millions of products. You don't need any staff, inventory, and all that kind of stuff. Every dollar that you make is bottom line, 100% bottom line. You can access it. It's accessible for any time from anywhere in the world. So don't miss the trick. Don't get sidetracked. On the contents, we spoke about ingredients for online success. When I first started in this business, and I speak to a lot of people all the time, I know people who've been in this business for a long time. But when you ask them, what is the ingredients for online success, you'll be surprised. Not very many people can answer the exact sequence and the stuff, exactly what you need. And here it is. First of all, very, very important, before you do anything, is you got to be in the right mindset. You've absolutely got to make that decision that I'm going to make money online, period. And I don't mean that you wake up a Saturday morning while you're brushing your teeth and having your breakfast and watching TV, that you have a 3-second thought process or a quick decision that, oh, you know what, I'm going to make a ton of money online, and that's it, forget about it. No. I've put mindset here 3 times. Mindset, mindset, mindset. You've got to live with your dream. You've got to live with that passion. You've got to have this burning desire. You've got to have that right mindset before you do anything, any kind of success. If you don't have, I'm going to keep going on about this, guys, because it's surprising how many people just don't get it. And I want you to get it. It's very, very important that you have the right mindset. It's like going to the gym. You've got to exercise your mind. You've got to be in full control of your thought process. That's how important it is. That's what separates and differentiates the successful people from those that are not doing very well. It's the thought process. It all starts in the head. I hope I've been able to really get that message through to you guys. Okay, the other thing you need is product. Obviously, we need traffic. Remember we said, if you got the product, you got the traffic, you're going to make money. Now, I put here a list of customers, and then I put here a relationship with that list. Well, the relationship with your customers is as important, if not more important, than the list. If I gave any one of you my 50,000 email list, and I said, you here, go ahead and market to these people, your sales, your close rates, your sales ratio, the response you get from that list is going to be a lot less than mine. And that's because the people on the list don't know you. You don't have a relationship with them. Half of them, before you even begin, won't open your email, whereas they would if I sent it because they know me. And that's how important a relationship is with that list. And you can use the library to create an awesome relationship with your list by regularly, once a week, give them free products. Now you'll find your open rates are much higher than your competitors or anybody else out there, because people will look forward to your emails. They'll think, oh, you know what, I'm going to wait for John's email. It's Tuesday morning. He sends his email out Tuesday morning. I'm going to wait because I'm going to get another free product. And then one day when you send an offer out, they're going to open it. They can expect a free product. And if they see an offer once in a while, it doesn't matter. You're going to get a better response. So the other thing we need is a bit of coaching. Everybody needs a bit of guidance and a bit of coaching. You also need education, 2 different things. Coaching is guidance, education is know-how. We need some basic techie skills. I'm a total ignorant when it comes to techie. I struggle. But I made it a point that if I'm going to get somebody else to do it, at least I should know what's involved. Whether I want to do it or I can do it, it's a different thing. But if I tell somebody to put a website and they say to me, it's going to cost you $500, I want to know that it's not going to take that long. So it's nice to have some basic techie skills. Whether you do it or not is different. You need an autoresponder, an email management system. You can't use Gmail and Outlook. It's not going to happen. It'll be okay until you've got a few hundred people, but then you're going to need a proper email management system. You're going to need hosting, and you're going to need a payment processor. PayPal, again, it's a bit of a problem. It does let a lot of people down. There's now more and more, I think Apple have some kind of pay system. I haven't looked at it or studied it in any great detail, but I'm sure that's a method by which you can collect payments too. So these are the ingredients that you need to set up your business online. And we're going to go through each one of these in a little bit of detail. I think it's very, very important. Now, we spoke about mindset, and I went on for about 10 minutes on that. I'll go on for another couple of minutes on this. that with the right thought process, you can achieve your desires. Now, this product called the Master Key, and I spoke to Ken about this at great length, and he's a big lover and believer of this product. It's a 24-part mastermind course. I've seen it sold from anywhere from $3.99 for a basic delivery of the full course with the ebook, right the way through to a few thousand, which I have actually charged my students. And there's nothing stopping you doing the same thing. You can master the Master Key system like I have. You can teach it, and you can charge people money for it, and you can give the product away, at the end of the course or the beginning of the course, however you choose. But this is a product really worth having. The law of attraction, The Secret, they originated from here. Very powerful. If you've got a writing pad, please don't go there right now. But if you have a pad, just write down Todd Morgan. He's given me a testimonial on YouTube. This was unrehearsed. I flipped the camera out. I said, Todd, give me a few words. And this is one of the best testimonials I've ever had. Really worth going there after this webinar and having a look at this. So that's on the Master Key mindset product. The second thing we needed was obviously product. You may well have a product, but you'll find you can never have too much, or you can never have too much content. And most marketers will talk about PLI and resale rights, and product being a key part of their business. I used to say I'm approaching 1 million products now. I say I've exceeded 1 million. The other thing you need is traffic. And again, there's various ways you can get traffic. Just be careful of AdWords and media buying, because if you don't know technically and smartly exactly how it works now. I've got product in the library. I've got courses on AdWords and courses on media buying that teach you how to do all this kind of stuff. That teaches you search engine optimization, mobile marketing, all that kind of stuff. There's loads of traffic products in the library that teach you how to get traffic to your stuff. But that's another ingredient that you need for online marketing, and the library has products that shows you that. The other thing we talked about there earlier was coaching. Decent coaching is going to start from about $1,000 minimum. Anybody charges you less, probably not going to be the best coaching program in the world. Let's Make Money is an amazing basic techie DVD, step by step, from downloading a product right the way through putting it up on the website. Whether you do it yourself or not, it's worth watching this. We spoke about the autoresponder, which is the engine really of your business, and hosting. Then we talked about you need some education. It's nice to be taught, but like 1 hour webinar is not really gonna we're going to show you it's easy when you know how, but I'm not going to be able to spend weeks with you. So some kind of a home study course, like this 28-part home study course with about $1,500, is not a bad idea. There's another one over here. This internet business. This is like a basic course. This one's a little bit more advanced. This is a basic course, but again, both very good internet marketing courses worth about $1,000, $1,500 each. So if we just quickly go through those just one more time, get a mindset, the product, the coaching, education, back, techie skills, the autoresponder is critical. Hosting, you can't really start without it. Payment processing. Now, my question here is, if somebody handed you this on a plate, could you make money? The answer is absolutely got to be hell yes. If I had all of this right now, could I make money? Yes. So again, let's wake up those that are kind of drifting away, and let's have a show of hands. Now, those that want to make smart money with me today, and don't forget my golden rules, as we said in one of the first slides, is value and service. Okay. By showing a hand, you're not committing yourself to anything. You're not going to pay $10,000. I just want to know roughly from the audience how many people would like to make smart money with me today. Chris, Ken, can anybody give me an idea of how many people would like to work for me today?
I am seeing hands going up.
Hey, Mark, pretty much everybody's hands, yeah, hands are going up.
Seeing hands
Awesome. That
And
gets me excited.
Mr. Roel, I'm probably butchering your name right now, so I apologize. That says me in the chat.
Good. Good. Okay, so we're getting a lot of enthusiasm. I like that. Because the reason I say this is because I'm about to blow your socks off. As a loyalty bonus, here's what I'm going to do. We spoke about this outrageous, incredible master key system, life-changing program, selling for anywhere up to 300 more on a live event. You're going to get that free. Everybody's going to get this free. And you're going to get it with resale rights. So you can resell it. You can sell it from anything from $1 to £3,000, whatever, $5,000. You keep all of the revenue. You teach it and you want to charge $3,997? Sure, you can do that. I've done that. That's one bonus. That techie DVD we spoke about gives you some basic tech information. Let's make money. You're going to get that too. We spoke about some home study courses worth about $1,500. Everybody's going to get that too. Then we spoke about the other one, the basic, $1,500. You're going to get that too. We talked about coaching. I have a coaching program. I used to sell this for $997, $1,000 30-day wealth explosion blueprint. You're going to get that too. On top of that, special bonus. I cannot. Some of these products, I wish you guys can actually feel and sense my passion. This product is amazing. It's a 60 video on how to WordPress. Now, if you join my library and you did nothing but just study this and help people improve their websites, you could be earning in excess of $50,000 from the comfort of your own home just being a WordPress master. And you will be surprised what a huge market that still is out there. By looking at people's websites, criticizing it, improving it, charging a few bucks to make changes. And you know what? If you're not a techie and you don't want to build websites, you don't want to do it yourself, you don't have to. Once you watch the videos and you know what's involved in doing it, you can go to Freelancer, pay somebody in the Middle East, the Far East, in Philippines, in India, in Dubai, in Pakistan, in some of these countries where the salaries are like about $100 a month. You can get them to do. They are incredibly intelligent and fast workers, and they'll worship you for $100 a month or whatever. Have them do it. It's easy to get customers and criticize the website and say, look, you need this, 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 and this. It's going to cost you $1,000. And you can pay these guys $100, and you've just made yourself $800-900 profit. It happens all across the globe every minute of the day. It's a great business to be in. That's just one idea. We're talking about the live demo where they come in and the website's ready. This is where they would normally come in. So guys, look, we're talking about being smart. So let's be really smart. If you were to start a membership e-store, you can start it immediately from what I'm about to show you in a second. If you just got one member to join you per week, which is nothing, that's disgraceful, just to get one member a week. And if they're just paying you $10, that's $520 a month coming in. Now, I'll give you an example. We have personal development. If you started your own personal development membership store and you had, I don't know, maybe 500 to 1,000 products in there, and you charge people $10 or $15 a month to access all those products that are worth tens of thousands of dollars, would people join? Sure, I would. If I could access tens of thousands of dollars worth of personal development product and I just got to pay $10, $15 a month, would I join? Yes, I would. You could set that up straight away. If you got 3 members and you just charge $20, now you're earning $3,000 per month. If you reach 250, and you could reach 250 within months. I have over 3,000 members. You could reach 250 in no time. I've recruited, in one webinar, I've recruited over 100 in one webinar. Can you guys do this? Yes, you can. Can you charge $20 a month in the next 6 months to a couple hundred people? Yes. Would that start generating $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month for you? Yes. Is it difficult? No, it's not. I swear to God, people do it every day. Look, $4,000 in one day, 60,000 pounds in 2 webinars in less than 24 hours. That's $100,000. Genuine live screenshots. Anybody want to take me up and log into my account? Very gladly, very happily do it. Ken knows it's true because these are webinars I did with his buddies. In fact, I think one of these was Russell Brunson. You know, this is proof, genuine screenshots. So, who understands the power of this so far? Because this is where we're going to get another volunteer. Because I want to know who thinks that this is worth as much, if not more, than anything else that they've seen so far. I need a volunteer to tell all of us what they can do with this. Do we have one? Mr. Chris, Mr. Ken? Are you there?
Hello. Hi, I got sound back. That's great. I've been having sound going in and out of this presentation. That's why I wanted to make sure Chris was backing things up on his end. So, well,
cool. Do we have a volunteer?
Israel, you want to volunteer? He says lots of white label products. Who wants to volunteer? Nico, Neil, Gart. Diana's already volunteered. Deborah's back. Yay! So, Israel can. He's at work. So, thanks. Diana says it's awesome stuff. Looks like, Mark, we don't have anybody that wants to. Oh, I see. Israel's been typing in lots of white label stuff. I'll tell you. I'm going to jump in and I'm going to volunteer for a minute and pop in. Yay! While we have sound. Because I'll tell you what, it's private label rights, white label rights product that has actually gotten me started with online marketing. My first product was on stock trading, my first big product. And I spent, get a load of this, you guys, I spent $1,000 to buy the rights to the stock trading program. We rebranded it and we sold it. Now, mind you, I knew nothing and still know nothing about investing in stocks and bonds and stuff. But as part of the purchase, I got for that $1,000, I also got the owner of the product to do a webinar with me, and we sold a bunch of them. We sold for $787, and I made money. So it worked. And Dinah says, "You brave soul." It's what I did. Now that was kind of an easy one. In other ones, what I've done is I've used them as frameworks for other products where I've just taken some stuff and used it just by repurposing it. So lots of options that you can do. So
cool. Awesome. Okay, so I'm sure a lot of you have figured out many ways that you can actually start generating a huge amount of income from the library. Some testimonials. You know what others have to say. Spending time with you after working with you has qualified what I first thought about Genie Dream, which is the website, by the way, the library. You and your team are the best I've ever worked with. Thank you. Your site's massive. It's organized. On top of that, your help is fantastic. I recommend your site. The best deal I've ever found on the internet. You've caused me to put up my first website. I'm on the way to the stars, and I shall tell your story to all who come to my site. Thank you for your guidance, Ray Sarah. It was a great weekend and great to meet you, Mark. You struck me as a person who really cares about the people on your program and wants to help them succeed. Best wishes, Ian Flood. I started my journey online using Mark's library 37 days ago and experiencing phenomenal success. It's amazing what you can achieve if you put your mind to it. Peter Padfield, Eva, you're awesome. 16 days to 6,000 pounds, which is $9,000, $10,000, is one of the most powerful stories I've ever heard. She put this on Facebook, and another friend picked it up and put this as a reply. This is an interesting story. I kind of go through this very quickly when I come to this slide. That I refused this girl membership. I came off the stage. I looked at her. She looked about 16. You know, I didn't want to take the credit card of a 16-year-old and find that the father's going to come and punch me in the face the next day. She got her father on the line. You know, I think he was an attorney, or you know, he was a professional person, and you know, he gave me permission to run the card, and I charged it, and I put in big letters, you know, fully 100% fully refundable if not happy, you know, and my mobile number, and call me if you want your money back, we'll give you your money back. I just didn't want to get involved in any bad publicity that somebody would say that, you know, Mark, you're taking $1,500 or $2,000 off a 16-year-old girl. She actually was 19, and she ended up marrying who was at that time one of my business partners in a joint venture. So that's an amazing true story. Again, more testimonials on YouTube. You can see them later. Just extracts of quite a few. Some of my favorites here. That's that one that says, "I wasn't sure when I joined. I'm glad I did." And this is one of my favorites. "You're not kidding, Mark. World's largest collection, or what?" Yeah, they're starting to make money, excites me, increasing sales already. Yeah, just some great testimonials. So, you know, I'm sure a lot of people here are saying, "Okay, Mark, I like it. I can clearly see, I recognize the opportunity, and what a vital tool this is for anyone that's in business, whether they're on or offline. And how much does it cost to join you and your library?" Well, how much is it shouldn't be the question. To be honest, it doesn't really matter. How much can it make me? It should be the question. Because if you think positively, one sale from all of that product can make you, you know, I've got products in there which are like $2,000. And one clever strategy or one strategic partnership, you can add a zero to that figure on or offline pretty much instantly. So I'm just going to, before I tell you how much it is, excuse me, I'm just going to go through what you're going to get. You're going to get the full library, which I've sold for over $2,000. You're going to get that WordPress business that I spoke about, the PLR video business. I haven't even mentioned that to you, but that's crazy. In fact, you know what? I added this. In fact, we're going to come to that story in a minute when we added that. You're going to get this. We're going to get the mindset program, Let's Make Money DVD, the techie, the hosting. You're going to get those 2 home study courses. You're going to get pretty much my investment. It's cost me over $300,000 to build this library, probably approaching close to $500,000 now. You're going to get all of that. You're going to get over 1 million products. Even if you put $1 average on each one, there's over $1 million worth of products without a doubt. There's no doubt about it. Now, those that take action, those that really are serious, I'm going to give them a $1,000 mystery gift. And you're going to get my 30-day wealth creation blueprint as well. Now, you know, I've been advised by industry specialists that have been in internet marketing for many years that I should charge at least $5,000 for this, or at least $500 a month. And I'll share with you why I don't do that. You know, I don't do it because as an event promoter, I'm in a pretty good position, and I can see what many of you in an audience want and at what price. And if I sold it for high, I would actually make less. Because if I, for example, if I said to you guys, okay, it's $10,000 to join, I don't think I'll get anybody to join. If I dropped it to $2,000, I may get 1 to join. But if I dropped it to less, you see, the lower the price goes, the more people can afford to join, the more people will do it. So it makes more sense. The other thing is, you know, I've been to events and I hear speakers, they get up on stage, "I only want to work with 3 of you today. I don't have time to work with more than 3 of you. I'm really very busy. I'm going to charge $25,000 and I just want 3 of you." You know what? I don't agree with that. I want to work with every one of you, not just a handful of you. I've already done the work. I've already created it. It's cost me over $300,000. It's taken me more than 2 years, probably 3 years. You know, I've done what I have to do, and it's making me money. So my attitude, my thought process is, you know what, take advantage of it and use it, you know. So the question, how much can you make from it? I mean, you know, I made over $300,000. I made that back in my first year. You know? I've reinvested, you know, pretty much more than that in those few years. You know, what is it worth? I mean, it's got to be worth $1,250, 2.5, 5,000. You know, yes. So here, this is the deal. Finally, we're going to get to the crunch. You can take the whole lot now, and you can start making money from home, like I do, and thousands all over the world. It's unlimited, lifetime use, and that includes all the future products for, bang, there we go, $4.97. Don't go away, because for volunteers, and this is where this beautiful story is going to come up in a minute. For volunteers, we've only had one, Diana, is going to be $2.97. But don't sign off. Don't sign off. Stay there. Stay with me. Be patient. Stay with me. If Diana doesn't want it, I'm going to sell it to somebody else. Who else would like it at $2.97? Can we have a show of hands? That if Diana decides not to have it, who's going to have it? Who was the first one to put it? Who was the first one to put their hand up?
I can't.
Now, Ken's going to tell me everybody's put their hand up, right?
I can't tell because everybody's hands still up, so it's difficult for me to see. So pop in the chat who wants to play. Nico's in. Nico's the first one I'm seeing in the chat. Who else is in? So we got.
So okay, in a minute we're gonna pick somebody from the chat line. If Diana does not want it,
Yisrael is in.
$2.97.
Yisrael is in.
Everybody's in?
Yep, looks like it.
Okay, so here's the deal, right? Here's the deal. This is where Ken and I made this total mess. Because what we're going to do today for the volunteers, today it's the same price for everyone. Because if we replay this as a deja vu, we actually did this live at one webinar without realizing what on earth is going to happen. And what happened in reality was we had 2 volunteers, and I wanted to know if the volunteers don't want it, who else would have it. I didn't even think that 500 people are going to put their hand up. Everybody put their hand up, or a large percentage of people put their hand up. The volunteers both wanted it. Now we had to decide, what do we do? Do we disappoint everybody on the webinar by saying, I'm sorry, the volunteers decided to take it? So you know what we did?
That whole thing was a complete mess. That we had like 30 some odd people or whatever a number was. It was insane, and we weren't ready, and oh my God, everything was processed manually. It was just insane. But it was so much fun. I mean, it was really crazy, but everyone was really cool about it.
Yeah, it went nuts. I mean, we had like 80% conversion, because when we dropped it from $4.97 to $2.97, that if the volunteers don't want it, who wants it? And then in the end, we just had to say, you know what? Ken actually while we were live on webinar, while I was just talking and answering questions and doing stuff, he actually went and changed the 2 that we had limited offers just for the first 2. It said there, volunteer put their name and email ID, and the volunteers get it for that price. He had to go in and change all of that. He had to take out the $4.97, put $2.97,
yeah,
so everybody else could go buy. And then we figured, after that, we've done a few. We'll just keep it at $2.97.
There's a recording of this. It was hysterical. It really was. I mean, it was just like, if you could take yeah, go ahead.
So this is where I want everybody to go to www.totalpreneur.com/PLR. Go there right now. Go get your credit cards. Go take it for $2.97. I spent $750 downloading on my first night a handful of products. I was selling that live on stage. I was selling this product live on stage in my early days when I just had a few thousand products. I was selling for $197, and I was cleaning up with a few thousand products. I'm giving away today over 1 million products for $297. No brainer. Don't think about it. You get all of this. You get product after product after product after product after product after value after value after value after value. Do it. And I'll tell you why. You should go there and join right now. Because you get a 100% money back guarantee. I put here subject to working with you honestly, because we've had a guy once, he downloaded like 20,000 products and then said to me, can I have my money back? And I was like, no, you cannot. Because I can see from the back end how many he downloaded. And, that wasn't going to happen. So, if it's not for you, Fair enough. Ken has no problem. Not that we've had to do any so far. Our refund rate is like probably not even 1 in 100. I think it's probably
Yeah.
1 in 500.
Well, this is just a great resource, and if you just even take a look at Master Key Method, I will confess that I've known about Master Key Method for Master Key, what Master Key system I guess it is, for years, and finally, and heard Mark talk about it and knew it was something I should read and participate in. Finally, 3 days ago, 4 days ago, Mark, we had this conversation, and
Yeah.
Mark was like, "Go through chapter 1 before you go to bed tonight." But no, do it before you go to bed tonight, Ken. And I did. It was really good. You've got to pay attention to it because it's like older language. It's not today's slangy language. It's slang from from quite a few years ago. But the message is really good, and he hammers it home, and it's funny because the book was written. Was written over 50 years ago, and yet today the message is exactly the same that these new guys are coming out with, and this is it's just much deeper. So that just by itself, frankly, if if you just use that product for yourself, what's that worth for you? It's crazy. It's really amazing.
So guys, go to totalpreneur.com. Peter, I'm going to reveal the mystery gift right now for action takers. Those of you that have gone out there and done it, here's what you're going to get. You're going to get a complete turnkey, done for you. It's good to go e-store with 500 products preloaded. You can change your logo on it. This software, this website, this e-store, this. If you went out on even Freelancer to get this made, you're going to pay a few $1,000s. It's going to cost you a couple of $1,000s, even if it's, affordable, Far East labor. It's going to cost you a few $1,000s. You're going to get this free. You're also going to get a resale license for that free. It's all included. That's well worth over $997. Every single member is going to get that. What you pay now, $297, is worth it for just any one of these hundreds of products that I've mentioned. If you just had to buy one of those, it's worth it. You're getting all of these. And this is the power of this. It allows me to do this because I own the product. I own it on resale rights. I'm allowed to give this to you. I'm allowed to create this value. That's the whole point and whole purpose of it. This is why it works so well. You can do the same. If you become a member, you're going to have the power to give your members so much free stuff and be able to charge for it in a different way. It's incredible. You could sell a $500 product and give away $10,000 worth of stuff for free. My library allows you to do that. If you don't recover 100 times your money back, you're doing something wrong. You're not using the library to its capacity. If you put your head down, seriously, ask me questions, I'll help you. That's one of my biggest weaknesses. Is when somebody says, how do I do this? Doesn't matter how busy I am, what part of the world I'm in, I will answer your email. I will help you. You can ask Ken. Anytime anybody has had a question, I've dealt with it within seconds. He doesn't get a single complaint about any of my products or my service. Anything is dealt with straight away. Any help and advice is given to you straight away. If you're not happy, you'll get your money back. You have nothing to lose. So really, seriously, guys, before we take this off at midnight, go there and secure it. You have all the time in the world to decide whether it's for you or not. But if tomorrow morning you call Ken and say, Ken, can I have this for the price? The answer is going to be no.
Yeah,
if you buy it today and tomorrow you tell him, can I have a refund?
Mark, there's a timer on the page, so you guys will see the timer. When the timer is 0, this offer is subject to change. No guarantees. And Mark's pretty picky about that stuff. So,
Yes.
I cannot promise you anything past what the timer says, and I believe it ends at midnight tomorrow night. But it's whatever the timer is set at. So there should be now. Actually, if you go to the page, you'll see that the timer is going on. It's probably less than 12 hours left. If memory serves me. Also, bear in mind when you get into the members area, note that note that you're gonna. Oh, good grief. I got a call that someone's trying to make to me right now, and that's probably a. Uh, anyway, sorry about that. Hang on, let me just turn that off real quick. When you get in the members area and you want to download any of the material within the members area, you'll find that there is a price attributed to it. Disregard the price; it'll zero out when you check out. You're looking at Mark's live site, but you've got a membership level that does not allow you to pay. So don't worry about it when you see it. People tend to freak out at that. Don't worry about it. In red, it says you're not paying anything. So. So that's the scoop there. Can you guys hear me? Or did I get muted?
Guys, any questions? I'm here to answer any questions. If anybody wants any help, if anybody wants to make a decision, they're not sure about something.
Nico is in. Welcome, Nico. Diana is working on it. I think Israel is coming in as well. Donna is in. I'm just looking at some of the names that said they wanted to be that were coming in. Is it Fred is in? Gary is in. Congratulations, you guys. I'm just trying to read the names as it goes through here. Because I'm getting all sorts of other things happening on my computer at the same time. So yeah, for those of you guys that just joined us, welcome. Congratulations. This is exciting. Nico, I know you're heading out to another meeting, so no problem. You're all good. And I guess that let's see. Is anybody else? If there's anybody else I'm missing you, I apologize. It's there's so many things happening on my desktop all at one time. Anybody else? Any other questions from Mark? Let me just make sure I'm seeing.
Come on, guys, hit me with some quick questions. Let's get you in there.
Yeah, Nico.
If you've not bought, I want to know why.
You've done a great job, Mark. Once again, as always. So I appreciate that.
Thank you. No problem, man. It's a pleasure. I love speaking to your audience.
So yeah. So hang on. So that's the scoop. Okay. Okay. So any other questions?
Any questions? Come on, I want to help people. Ask me. This is unusual. We normally get loads of questions. No questions?
Wow. Well, I guess everyone just their focus. Whoops. Hang on. Israel says, Israel, I can hook you up on that. He wants to do he wants you to Mark to do a webinar to his 4,500 customers. Get with me. I'll connect you with Mark. So just pop me. Give me your Skype information as well, and I'll hook you up. So no problem.
Who, mine?
No. I know your Skype. I talk to you all the time. No, Israel, just put in the chat your Skype information, and I'll get you hooked up with Mark. Oh, that's it. Easy. Where are you located? I'll get you all hooked up with Mark. So let me see. Okay, Dinah said, Mark, you're awesome. Oh, you're in Indy. Okay, fantastic. You're in Indianapolis Central Time, so it should be 1:32 in the afternoon for you. Okay, it'll probably be tomorrow. It is 1:30 in the morning right now for me. So when this is over, I'm fighting to stay awake here, despite the fact that Mark is incredibly engaging. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for joining us. For the rest of you guys, if you're just hanging out, waiting around, now will be the time to get your spot available in this program. The deadline for this offer is expiring when the clock strikes 0. So once again, it's totalpreneur.com/PLR. And Mark, thank you as always. A pleasure to be with you. I can't encourage you strong enough that you guys should really join in. Loretta's and I see her she's all set to go too. So congratulations. Yeah, I just really encourage you to come join us. I think it's going to be fantastic, and you will use this material, and that's great. And Loretta, this will be good for you and Bill a lot. So I think that's fantastic. So okay, you guys, thank you again for joining us. Yay! Glad you're with us. And Mark, thank you again for hanging in with me. This is not not anywhere near as late for you. This usually we have the tables turned where it's 1 o'clock in the morning for you and earlier for me. So so there
Yeah,
you go. All right.
I can understand why you're falling asleep.
Oh
It's
man,
early hours, right?
I tell you what, there were times when I've been on things where it's been so much that actually I've fallen asleep while I was speaking, which is pretty bad. This isn't quite as bad, but I do have a coaching. I do have a coaching call for our Results Club people in 5.5 hours, so I do have got to get myself to bed so I can be on for them. So you guys, thanks again for being part of our today's journey, and Mark, thank you again as well, and I'll see you guys later on this week. We have another fantastic event for you. So thanks for hanging in. We'll see you again. Mark, thanks again. Chris, thanks for playing. And to all of you, this is my thank you. Bye, everybody.
Thanks, buddy.
Bye. Good night.
Speak to you soon. Bye bye.